Yo, what is going on, guys? We are back today for another Alliance War video. I think this is season 33, right? Yeah. War number 2. And so for Loki, we faced GT40 First War, lost. Now this war, we're facing PBT, which is a pretty good alliance. And we got the rank 4 Warlock today. We got a Havoc up first here on path number 9. We got some hazard shift, so he's going to start out in the incinerate phase. We're just going to chill, go for a bunch of repairies, get some degen going, build up our chargers as well, get him infected. There we go. Threw a heavy when the incinerate's up. It's okay. It's not really a big deal if you get like a couple of them on you, as long as you don't get like 10 on you or something crazy. It would be pretty nice to have the synergy here where Warlock would get a Fury buff every time he triggers something he's immune to, but I mean, we don't need it. It would just be kind of nice to have. But yeah, right there you see 21k heavy crit. Pretty nice. Warlock has the best critical damage rating in the entire game, so get some big crits. He doesn't crit a lot, but when he does, they hit hard. So yeah, just gonna keep going for some heavies. Special one, finish him off here, and there we go. Havoc down. Warlock, definitely one of my favorite champs to fight Havoc with, especially having Warlock at max sig. That degen it does add up at max sig, man. So it's nice. Next up here we have a Mole Man, and on this next node it has feats of indestructible 1. So anytime that I gain a bar of power, he's gonna gain an indestructible buff. And so here the interaction with a power start 1, he just starts the fight out indestructible. It's interesting. But with Kitty here, we got the reversed immunities opposed to Warlock. So here we want to focus on hitting Mole Man when he has that incinerate up, and kind of chill when the poison is up. So we're just gonna dash back right now, just trying to bait out a special. That's like the best case scenario for me. Like when I'm trying to kill time, if they have power, just and they're not throwing it, just keep trying to bait it. That's such a good way to kill time if you want to kill time. Sometimes it's super annoying, you don't want to kill time and they won't throw it. But yeah, everything's going really well in this fight. I do have Tiger with me today, so I've been using the next few wars. You're gonna see a lot of Kitty gameplay without Tigra. But yeah, as you can see right here, a lot of people say a Ghost is better than Kitty, and one of the big points of contention is, Ghost can shrug off debuffs and turn them into Fury, whereas Kitty can't. But I mean, if you got Tiger, you see what I just did there. I had like 6 poisons on me. I'm not immune to poison, and yet we have 99% health. If you're able to just... Kitty doesn't need to be able to shrug off debuffs or shrug off anything, because as long as you can maintain your phase, which if you have Tigra, it's pretty easy to do. Like, you can just be indestructible. You can be phasing for so much of the fight, and just mitigate so much damage that way. It's insane. So next up here we have a Doc Ock, which is a little interesting. Class disadvantage with Kitty. We got some blood in the water here. As you guys will notice, I'm not running suicides, and I'm not going to be for the next few wars as well. It's just, when I place defense, I have to take them off. I usually leave 8 points to put it back on, but I haven't been. And this war specifically, I remember this fight. I was watching one of Tater's wars, and he mentioned the node. I think it was blood in the water. But it's basically, if you have a debuff on you, they gain attack. It might not even be that node, but that's basically the effect. So if I have a debuff on me, he's going to gain like a 200% Fury, 200% attack rating. And it's funny because, like, when I was watching Tater's video and he mentioned that, that's something I never think about. Like, never. Like, those types of nodes, like, I just completely disregard, because this may sound this might come off the wrong way, but like, when I read those types of nodes that increase their attack or stuff like that, it's like, the way I read that and the way I interpret that is like, that doesn't really matter, because like, as long as I'm playing perfectly, like I have a game plan before I go into a fight, and as long as I execute that game plan well, it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter if they have increased attack. As long as I don't make a mistake, it shouldn't matter. So I disregard, and that's not a good thing to disregard those nodes. I should start processing every node and think about every node interaction more. If I did that, from the start, I'm sure I would have less deaths overall. So I'm not saying what I do is right at all. I have so much room for improvement. We all do in like everything. So yeah, and that's what I'm really trying to do this year. Improve in a lot of areas, but specifically in the game as well. Especially with Battlegrounds coming out, I want to increase my skill, my knowledge, my roster, like everything, you know. So yeah, that was part of the reason why I decided to leave suicides off, just so they didn't get the attack rating, and I just ended up leaving them off. But Kitty doesn't really need suicides, and I also have a lot of boosts right now, so it's kind of easier to boost really big when you don't have suicides, because you don't have to worry like at all. You know, with Kitty being max boosted and having suicides on at the start of fights, you can lose some health. And if it's a really tricky fight and you're unable to, you know, get a lot of prowess going, you can lose a lot of health. So it can be a little sketchy. For the most part, though, I never really worry about it. But I don't know. It's just so annoying to continue changing masteries. But yeah. So next up here we have a Rhino. And Rhino is pretty easy to fight. It's actually funny because Rhino and Kitty are very similar, I think, in when you fight them. Like your strategy for fighting them. What I used to always tell myself, and the strategy I came up with like 5 years ago when fighting Rhino, was to always try to stay close to him, so that, because if you're close to him, he can't dash, he can't go unstoppable, he can't go unblockable. And it's the same with Kitty, you know, you just gotta stay, when you're fighting her on defense, you just gotta stay close to her so that she can't dash, she can't phase. So they're actually really similar to fight against, just, you know, it's a difference of unstoppable and phasing mechanic. But neither one you want to dash in at, you know? So they are actually quite similar. But Kitty is so good for fighting Rhino. Definitely one of the best, probably the best champ to fight him with on this intercept, on any kind of intercepting nodes, because she can intercept him no problem. You just have to have enough prowess, and you can see, boom, come out of there with 95% health. Got our intercepts off without a single issue. And so actually this war was great, because this next fight is my last fight. I told Liza I had a first date, and you know, I didn't want to have to be doing war on the date, or just even have to worry about it that night, you know. So she hooked me up with this path, was able to get it done before the date and not have to worry about it at all, which was amazing. And the date went extremely well, so it was really good day. And yeah, so this is my last fight. It's just a Killmonger. I fought Killmonger here quite a few times, and you can see we're just playing very aggressive. We're not scared at all. If he throws a special when I'm dashing in, that's totally okay. Here I'd go for the bait on it though anyways. Key's actually immune to reverberation, you know, as long as you're phasing. Something that Ghost is not, which is pretty cool, pretty nifty. She's immune to so many different things. I remember when I first started playing Kitty, I was just amazed at how many different things I'd find that she'd counter, and I just didn't even like think about those possible interactions. And I still find more to this day, and I'm sure I will continue to find more because she's just that good. So yeah, get an intercept off, then drop the special 3 while I'm phasing. I don't think it's gonna kill him, but you know, if he hits in, he should just hit into my phase after and then die. So I think he throws his special. Does he? No, he just hits me a couple times and I throw mine. I think I might be thinking of a different Killmonger fight. I've been fighting Killmonger a lot this season. But yeah, that was my war. So got it done nice and early. Big shout out to Liza for being so accommodating. That's like BG3, man. It's so great. I love BG3. There's no battle group I'd rather be in any alliance in the world than BG3. Like, it's honestly like a second family in the game, and it's wonderful. So many wonderful people. And we did end up winning this war. We had 5 deaths, which is pretty damn solid. Pretty proud of us for this war, and we played pretty well. So that's gonna do it for this war video, guys. I'm a bit behind on these. I'm gonna try to get them out more this week. Just been really busy lately, but yeah, still gonna be uploading more videos as long as you guys keep enjoying them. And if you do, I would appreciate a like, rating, subscribe if you'd like to see more. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy. Peace out.